Hey everybody, welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. I'm Bill. We're logged into PilotEdge. We are at the Monterey Airport in the Bay Area, and we're in the Bonanza. We're going to do this flight. Here is the route, and this is actually the flight that my friend Brad is going to be taking this plane on this weekend, and he said earlier this week, he's like, hey, here's my flight plan. It should be a pretty good looking flight if you want to try it out on the sim. I said that is a great idea because look at how cool this flight is. Taking off from Monterey, we're gonna hug the coast here around Santa Cruz. We'll do a little touch and go at Half Moon Bay and then sneak underneath the Bravo here to the west of San Francisco, and then head up to the Marin County area and then over to Nut Tree. We might venture off from there depending on how quickly this goes, but really pretty flight, and it's definitely not going to be of any use to Brad to brief this in the sim because he is a professional, but it will at least be fun to be able to imagine what it's going to look like to actually do this flight. I have not flown in the Bay Area yet. I really want to head up there, and we have tentative plans to do that, but it would be my first real, I guess you could call it, yeah, my first time going to a new terminal area, I guess. I don't know if that's what you'd call it or just like Bravo area. We've been to San Diego, but that kind of doesn't really count. This would feel like actually going someplace different, which would be pretty cool. Okay, switch over to tower, and our departure frequency was 21.3. 21.3. Okay, there we go. All right, so everything looks good. We got our run-up is complete. I'm going to actually I forgot to do this before. I loaded this up twice. Let's go full fuel, and we're ready to go. Monterey Tower, Bonanza 9072 Sierra, holding short, runway 28 left, sorry.
Bonanza 9072 Sierra, Monterey Tower, proceed on course, runway 28 left, clear for takeoff. The wind is 3004.
28 left, clear for takeoff. Approved on course, Bonanza 9072 Sierra. Cool. So we're going to just rip out of here and hug the coast. This should be really cool looking. So let's go lights. Do I have the brakes on or something? What the hell's going on here? Yeah, the brakes were on for some reason. There it goes. Camera
approaching
and
runway 28 left.
Thank you.
Entered runway 28 left. 6,800 feet remaining.
That should be plenty. Good evening, eyes. All right. I want to fly up here bad. I used to come up here for Car Week all the time, and there's always a bunch of cool stuff happen at this airport. Airspeed is alive. We're good. Come on, get up. Gear up. Prop back. Lights off. Wouldn't necessarily do it in that order, but the way that I have my stuff set up, that's the best way to do it. Yeah, Simovator. Yeah, this is the Bonanza that he's taken. Yeah, just a sweet freaking plane. And we're climbing out at 120 knots. That looks good. And we're gonna turn on course here. There's, I think that's the Navy base right there. Monterey, downtown Monterey is a really pretty little town. Cannery Row, of course, all the golf courses. Oh man, look at that. That beach just stretching out for miles. That is too good. Yeah, this is my favorite GA plane in either Microsoft or X-Plane that I've tried. They nailed the speeds, the performance, figures are perfect, and it makes it so fun to fly. Since it really does, like if I really think about the real plane and what everything is set at in the real plane, it flies perfectly. It does exactly what the real plane does.
972 Sierra, NorCal departure.
NorCal departure, Bonanza 9072 Sierra. See you.
Number 86 Papa Delta, you skip the call and contact Payne Tower 132.95. Payne Tower, sorry about that. November
17-mile drive is pretty epic, yeah.
Payne Tower, November 86
Yeah, it was really cool.
On the RNAV, runway 16 right. Number 8 Papa Delta, Payne Tower, runway 16 right, clear to land, and the wind 140.9er.
You know, I have not tried it in VR yet. It's not for me. X-Plane was fun. It's just because I really enjoy streaming it and, you know, like debriefing flights, having 4Flight here. It's just not a expense that I want to incur.
476, contact Oakland Tower.
So I just haven't got an updated headset or anything. But it's cool. From what I have tried, it's pretty cool. NorCal approach, Bonanza 9072 Sierra 2000.
Bonanza 720 NorCal departure, radar contact, maintain VFR, the mono altimeter 3019.
3019 Bonanza 9072 Sierra. Yeah, well, and the thing with streaming is that if the camera moves to my head, because I look around so much at other things, whether it's the radio, the buttons, chat, it would be constantly moving around. And I've watched streams that, you know, people with Track IR or in VR, it's really nauseating to watch that move around. Like, it's fine for my head, but it's not great for people watching. So I will sacrifice the immersion for ease of being able to stream and not make anybody sick, basically. Yeah, it's not fun to watch. So yeah, I'm sure it's great. It's just really tough to make it smooth. Yeah, but that's the thing, is I don't really when I'm flying, I'm usually streaming. So there's not much benefit to me. Like I feel like I've been doing this, like I've been flying on these simulators for long enough to just kind of know the limitations, and like the immersion is great. Like VR is great, and bush flying in VR, it would probably be the coolest thing ever. But for like cruising around in GA planes, I mean, it's so easy for me to just like look over. I just, you know, that's all I need is just that. So I don't really, yeah, I don't feel the need to invest in anything view related, really. Monterey Crown and Anchor Bar, a downtown gym. I think I've been to Anchor Bar. I don't remember any of the names of the places, but I could walk right to them. Some of the places that we would frequent in downtown Monterey. But yeah, there's some great spots up there. What kind of changes are coming to John Wayne the next few years? Heard someone say it in the Discord. Yeah, so the changes at John Wayne are crazy. Clay Lacy has moved into the west side. East side is all ACI, so Atlantic got the boot. and they're both going to expand on what's currently there. The ACI guys are going to take a lot of the GA stuff. GA and I believe owner jets, I think. And then Clay Lacey is going to do a lot of the charter stuff. So that's kind of how they're going to be spreading it out. But they're both going to build out brand new facilities along the length of the runway. So ACI is getting a new big FBO and hangars. Clay Lacey is knocking down all the current hangars there, and they're going to put in all new hangars for their stuff. It looks way different even now. It's pretty crazy how much they've done just in the new year.
Yep.
How nice does that look? Let's get a little screenshot. Personally, it's unpleasant to play Microsoft without VR. Flying is so much better when you can look around freely, just missing the head tracking. Yeah, it's super nice. It's really fun. I have more fun using it this way than in VR. I just I like having my charts. I like having I like not wearing the headset. Being able to use the switches and everything. Like I said though, bush flying or flying pattern work in a little 152 or something in VR is probably freaking amazing, but it just doesn't fit with what I like to do. That too, yeah, and I actually fly. So I really do use this time to focus on the flight planning and radio communications and stuff. It's not about trying to replicate real world flying. That doesn't mean that it wouldn't be really cool. I still think if I had a headset right now, I would fire up some bush plane and go fly around low level and whatever. But it just doesn't. I mean, they're not cheap. Those things are not cheap. Oh yeah, dude, this helps big time. Absolutely helps big time doing this. Yeah, because what will happen is, why is that bouncing so much? That looks freaking real though. Oh my god. Going through the steps, like it is a. I don't want to get too corny, but it's a headspace that you have to be in order to fly. And there is, it's like I played basketball through college, and there was, there's all kinds of cliches with, keep it between the lines or, whatever. Like once you're in game mode, you're switched on into game mode. And flying is very similar to that in that you have to be in your game mode basically. I went to Cal Poly Pomona. Oh, it's on the other side. I don't know if you can see my jersey up there. I am not the only Cal Poly Pomona basketball player that wore number 20 that also streams video games. That little glowy thing is really annoying. So what I gotta fix that somehow. So if you is he still streaming? I don't know. He's still active for sure, but I don't know. Haven't kept up with that. Like I follow him a little bit. I know he's active, like social media wise again, but I'm not entirely sure if he's streaming again. Mantis, that's a little piece of trivia. See if you can find out what that reference is. Yeah, but Adone, isn't it? He's like on YouTube now. Is he streaming on YouTube? YouTube, okay. And Brian, I got sidetracked. I saw that you made a comment about bringing the viewers along for the ride, and I really appreciate that. Thank you, man. So yeah, okay. Back to, does this help? Yeah. So if I'm doing a flight in real life, and I've done this before and after every single flight, maybe except for a couple. Almost every hour of my 100+ hours flying that I've logged, I have flown it in the sim first and then reflown it in the sim afterwards. But the preparation, what this does is throughout the week, if I'm not, between flying, is it puts me in that aviation mode. But I'm actually even more task saturated by a pretty big margin. Shack Attack. It is $100 and a phone call. Those are the two things that you need to do this in real life. At least once. It's not hard at all. And we can help. We'd be happy to help you. But it is very, very simple and easy to do. So what was I saying? Yeah, so I'm more task saturated doing this because I have talking with you guys. I am flying. I've got kind of a mishmash of different switches. Things are not in the right spot. Oh, dude, near F70. Oh yeah, Shaq. Right, we just talked about that. Yeah. No, don't. We were talking with Shaq earlier. I completely. Your name just looks different without the little emojis next to it. Yeah, I don't know if you were talking earlier, but we gave them some names and stuff. The way to do this. Yeah, no, it's totally fine. It just look. I did not make the connection. We talked about this. That's so funny. Yeah. So I am task saturated by talking with you guys, and Julia's here. I mean, frankly, sometimes I'm having a beverage, which doesn't help. So I'm in this state of I have more things going on than in the real plane, but also going through all the motions of the real flight. So by the time I'm in the plane with it's actually just water. It's actually not a beverage. By the time I'm in the plane with the checklist on my lap, without Twitch chat, without adult beverage, all of those things, and then I have the real world comms with PilotEdge. I've got basically, a fully functioning plane for the most part. I know that's, I say that a little bit tongue in cheek with the state of the simulator, but we no, he's still around, man. Are you kidding, SimEdge? This is the outlier. So when you put all those things together, by the time I get into the real plane, it's a simpler prospect, because not only have I done the flight already navigationally. Yeah, I should probably get a scotch. Hey, Julia, could you give me a little scotch neat, please? Like a finger. Don't make it weird. How am I making it weird? That's can I have a finger of scotch? Do you want me to say 2 fingers? I want 2 fingers of scotch. 3 fingers, 2 cubes? I would like 2 fingers neat, please. Make it a fist. Give me a fist of scotch. No, my favorite cocktail, and I'm only going to have a little bit because I'm going to have a cocktail with a friend tomorrow, but I am going to have my new favorite cocktail, which is scotch, a little bit of Cointreau, and coconut water. Holy crap, it's so good. It tastes fancy. That's the best part. Aviate, hello,
yes, dude.
hello to our newest CF Congrats, Aviate. Does it cost fancy? No, it does not if you get the scotch from Costco. Cointreau is expensive, but you don't need the Cointreau. You do, it's basically half and half. You go half scotch, half coconut water. It's freaking good. I looked it up. I just looked it up. I said, like, I wanted a scotch cocktail.
Sierra, contact NorCal approach 135.1.
35.1 Bonanza 9072 Sierra. But yeah, I looked up like cocktails, like good scotch cocktails, and there was like just a list of different cocktails with scotch. Because I wanted something that wasn't like soda or whatever. And that popped up, and I was like, holy crap, I have coconut water, and holy shit, it's delicious. What are we calling NorCal? At NorCal approach, Bonanza 9072 Sierra. Are we getting pushed to NorCal or Oakland Center?
That's NorCal approach on 135.1.
All right, NorCal approach, Bonanza 9072 Sierra. NorCal approach, Bonanza 9072 Sierra, 2200.
Hey, bird.
Bonanza 9072 Sierra, NorCal approach to San Francisco, altimeter 3019.
3019 or Bonanza 9072 Sierra. Yeah, Costco sells the best. It's $13 for a handle of vodka, so we get at least 2 every time we go there, and it's $16 or $17 for some really good scotch. Like really highly recommended scotch. It's amazing. Dave, thank you so much. 12 frickin' months. Dave, you are the man. Happy little Friday. And 1 year. Dude, that's crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, so SimEdge, I looked into quite extensively the Kirkland brand stuff, and they do keep their suppliers a secret, but there is no definitive confirmation of who their supplier is for that stuff. It's definitely not Grey Goose, but what you said is it's equivalent to Grey Goose, and that's 100%. Yeah, it's very good vodka. And Julia is a vodka snob, and she even drinks it. Yeah, this URL, that's it, and that's exact. Did I think I said that last time too, didn't I? Like, it's my daily driver is Kirkland. Yeah, it is a great. That's the best way to put it. It is a great daily driver scotch. I wouldn't say that I'm a scotch snob, but I do really like scotch. Like, we've got Johnny Walker Blue for special occasions, Glenlivet. You know, I've had a couple of pretty decent single malt stuff lately. And the Kirkland stuff is you can have it without really feeling like, you know, you need to save it for a special occasion. You can mix it with coconut water and it's absolutely delicious. Julia, did I not ask for a scotch? Or? I am joking, you little twit. We're both working, okay? Are we? Do you want to play that game?
Yes.
Good. Dude, I'm trying to keep this Bonanza trimmed out. That is work right now. Why is it like shaking? We met at college, actually. We met in the dorms. We met in the dorms freshman year. It's a very charming story. It's a very charming story how we met. I followed her, or I was behind her walking up.
Don't say it like that.
Why? Oh, I followed you?
Yeah.
We were on the same floor in the dorms, and we were on the 3rd floor, and I was behind her walking up the stairs, and I was like, I should probably find out who this is. Got him. Got her.
Cessna Skyhawk 204. Fuck.
I am not SimEdge, no. Half Moon Bay, we're 10 miles out, 22.8. NorCal approach, Bonanza 9072 Sierra, like to terminate.
It's 9072 Sierra, services are terminated. Squawk and maintain VFR, free exchange approved.
Squawk VFR, free exchange approved, Bonanza 9072 Sierra, see it. Half Moon Bay traffic, Bonanza 9072 Sierra, 10 miles to the south will be touch and go runway, a full stop taxi back runway 30, Half Moon traffic. Alright, cool. Let her tell the story. Ooh. That might have to be for her stream tomorrow. If you guys want it, that's a great way to promote Julia's stream. She will tell that story tomorrow with adult. We're gonna do video games and beverages tomorrow, so tune in tomorrow for Fall Guys and the how we met story. You'll make it sound less creepy. Yeah. Yep. Happy Friday Eve, UAV. Yeah, Dilate. If you're on with approach, they're able to tell who is in the area, who's close, so you can hang on to flight following until you're really close. They'll be able to tell if there are any targets around and either terminate you sooner if there are aircraft inbound, VFR aircraft inbound, or you know, you can hang on to them until you're closer. I guarantee it will be different. It will definitely be different. I'm changing my pattern entry here. Half Moon traffic, Bonanza 9072 Sierra. We're going to we're 5 miles to the south, inbound overhead brake, left traffic runway 30, Half Moon. So we are going to do a brake, overhead brake. I'm pretty sure we're left traffic at Half Moon. traffic. What's the funniest thing I've heard on real ATC before? I mean, God, it's like there's something funny. Like every flight, there's something that's funny. Displays threshold 930. Right traffic. Okay, we're gonna be right. We're gonna be right traffic. Half moon traffic, Bonanza 9072 Sierra, 2 mile initial, right traffic, runway 30, half moon. Okay. All right. So there's 176. Oh yeah, I see. They want to keep us away from that.
Short final runway 30.
Those houses down there, or whatever. It's on the ADF. Just look it up.
500.
Half moon traffic, Bonanza 9072 Sierra, in the break runway 30. Full stop, taxi back, half moon. Yeah, it's in the information, Steve, for the airport. So I just looked it up and saw that it's right traffic for 30, which would make sense because there's nothing over here. They usually almost all patterns are based off of wanting to keep you away from residential stuff. Let's throw out the air brakes. First notch of flaps coming down. No close calls with any other planes. Definitely knock on wood. Half moon traffic, Bonanza 9072 Sierra, base to final, runway 30, full stop, taxi back, half moon. And trim. I've just gotten used to having a mental picture of where the runway is and just not be worried that I can't see it, you know, where I'd be looking around normally and just, you know, it's not the real thing. So if I overshoot, undershoot, I can correct pretty easily, and I'm not too worried by that. And there is 30 continuing to trim. And we're down. Little side loady there. My rudders suck.
Hey, bird. Whoa, buddy.
Aviator, thank you so much for the 3 months in advance. 6 months total, dude. That's awesome. UAV, thank you so much. Okay. Half moon traffic, Bonanza, clear of 30, taxi back, departing to the north 30, half moon. Does the sky feel super empty compared to car traffic? Yeah, big time. Yeah, it's actually like once I get back in the car and head out from the airport, it takes like a minute or two to recalibrate to traffic and having to like stop and wait for other people, and it is kind of a weird transition that you have to make pretty quickly. But yeah, it is. It's a big sky up there, that's for sure. Okay, so we're going to depart to the north here. That felt like a pretty good approach. I left it a little bit high, which is okay towards the end there, and then just trimmed it all the way down. I don't really bother with like grading landings or anything in the sim because it really doesn't matter. I still want to do, you know, land the plane as nicely as I can. It was definitely side loady there, but other than that wasn't too bad. And especially in a plane like this, doing an overhead approach when it's safe and appropriate is really nice. It just keeps you high energy, close to the airport. Nice little flow to land. Thinking of it like boating compared to car traffic. I've boated most of my life, and even a bay feels empty compared to traffic. Yeah, it's pretty close. Yes, slalom cones. Yeah, now we've got the autocross course. All things considered, is it faster to drive to Big Bear or fly? Assuming it takes you a good amount of time to get to Santa Ana and you're playing it up in the air. Oh, like actually leaving? Well, in the Bonanza, it takes 27 minutes. So if it takes an hour to get from home to the airport and up in the air, which it wouldn't, you'd still beat the car by at least a half an hour. In 180 horsepower, it takes about 45 minutes probably. So yeah, I mean, it's any way you do it, it would be quicker to go by plane. And then coming back, you're going downhill, so you can keep a much faster speed. Okay, so let's NorCal 35-1. All right, so we're gonna tag up once we've departed. And flying is way cooler. We're gonna tag up with 35-1 once we've departed, and then we're gonna do the Pacifica transition northbound, and we'll probably do it below 2,000.
Hey, bird. Whoa, buddy.
So we can do at 2,000. Well, hello, Brad. Speaking of, we just landed at Half Moon Bay. We're making progress on your flight for Saturday. And now I have to, if I answer any questions, I have to actually be correct now that Brad isn't here. Okay, so yeah, that's the plan. We'll just take the Pacifica transition, and we'll be at or below 2,000. There's a little tiny bit of the Bravo that we're going to clip that goes right through that transition, and that will probably require us to get a Bravo transition or Bravo clearance through there, or just be slightly offshore. So we'll see how they want to do it, but I'm never which, thank you for reminding me, I have to actually reset the trim. Okay. Just fake it till you make it. Yep, pretty much. Half Moon traffic, Bonanza 9072 Sierra, departing runway 30 straight out. Half Moon. Well, thanks, Shaq. That was thanks to Brad and Julia for sorting that out. I freaking love that thing. Okay, mixture is full rich. Lights, camera, and action. Hello, Dilly. $200 feet ahead. Yeah, that's super sketchy. Yeah, why does this thing always get stuck? There we go.
Approaching runway 30.
Fantastic,
runway
man. It is
30.
Friday Eve.
4,900 feet remaining.
Hanging out with my friends, flying some fake airplanes. Doesn't get much better than that. Full power. Of course, the usual left rudder on departure. Sometimes flight simulators don't really do it right. Gears coming up, props coming back, lights coming off. Hell yeah, you're a friend. Synthetic vision looks awesome. Oh, dude, it's the mod is awesome. This thing flies like a freaking champ. Yeah, coming in to here, my God, look this, like This departure has got to look freaking awesome. Okay, Brad has changed the SOP since we last flew. So hit me with it, Brad. Are we leaving the gear down a little bit longer? Or leaving the prop up a little bit? Half moon traffic, Bonanza 9072 Sierra. 5 mile upwind departing to the north, last call, half moon.
Seattle, departure today, November 1 Delta Bravo, 1,500 for 2,500.
November 1 Delta Bravo, Seattle departure, radar contact, maintain VFR.
Maintain VFR 1 Delta Bravo.
NorCal approach, good evening, Bonanza 9072 Sierra, 1,400 climbing 2,000, like flight following to Petaluma. I do not listen to music in the air.
Bonanza 9072 Sierra, NorCal approach, squawk 7124 ident, and give me the identifier for Petaluma. I've been too long tonight.
7120 will give you the identifier in a second. 72 Sierra. 72. And the beacon code 7210 for Bonanza 9072 Sierra.
7124, 7124, please.
7124. And that's not going to do anything. We got to go into here. We're going to go ident.
I found the identifier.
Oscar 69 for 72 Sierra.
Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't remember that one. Number 9072 Sierra, radar contact 6 miles west Half Moon Bay, the San Francisco altimeter 3019er.
3019er, nice.
And are you doing a shoreline transition?
Yeah, affirmative. Yeah, we'd like to request the Pacifica transition, 72 Sierra.
.07 and 2 is Sierra, cleared to the Class Bravo airspace. Via the Pacifica transition, maintain VFR at 2,500 well for the Class Bravo airspace.
All right, cleared to the Bravo, cleared to the Pacifica transition will be at 2,500 Bonanza 9072 Sierra. Okay, so new SOP. I am now only using the taxi light as a landing clearance indicator. Landing light remains on at all times. Brad, is that an LED? And by the way, cheers. Here is the 2 fingers of scotch. Thank you, Julia. Thank you, Julia, for remembering. Let's see. Yeah, this is a blue snowball, yeah. It is LED, okay. I'm sure that probably wouldn't change your thinking on that much at all, but probably just like a little bit more of a safety, you know, like it's just probably not going to burn out. Is PilotEdge and VATSIM more common to talk to ATC in San Francisco area? I'm not sure of the question, Steve, but PilotEdge, it's always controlled. VATSIM, it depends if someone's logged in or not. Wouldn't leave it on if it was an LED, though. Okay. Yeah, so the, whatever you want to call it, incandescent, whatever the aviation term is for a regular light bulb, light bulbs get really hot when they're on. So steady use creates a lot of heat, and heat degrades stuff, whatever it is, electronics, filaments, wiring, all that stuff. So leaving that on with a regular light bulb was going to create a lot of heat. LEDs don't get hot. They last a lot longer. They don't have much of a drain on the system at all. So leaving that on increases your frontal visibility for traffic. The small planes, like I leave the landing light on the Cessna, or had left the landing light on in the Cessna. I do turn it off on the Piper because it's not an LED. It's probably fine, but yeah, I definitely don't want that to pop. But yeah, the visibility thing is pretty, if you can, it's pretty nice to know that you've got some added safety there. I haven't, but I'm sure the professional pilot has. No, yeah, the airflow won't cool it. No, because it's internal. It's the bulb itself is getting hot, and there's a protective glass in front of the bulb. Dude, that how freaking cool does that look? Brad, I am... Oh my god, I'm so jealous that you get to fly up here. Because this looks freaking gorgeous, man. And this transition, oh man, this looks so awesome. Look at that. That looks crazy. Yeah, Mount Diablo in the distance. Yeah, this is great. This is a bit of a haul with 180 horsepower, but God, that is so cool. Oh, that's so cool.
Hello. Hi.
Hi. Johnny Sparrow, hello. Welcome. Dude, so cool. See, I, like, obviously,
November 1 Delta Bravo, Seattle Center, 126.6.
you know, flight sims, we can do whatever we want. We can get up close to whatever we want. But to me, I find it cool to look at this city from a distance as if, like, okay, this is not on my flight plan. I'm not cleared to go over there. We're not doing that. And to see it from afar, to me, is equally as cool. You know, just imagining we're doing this flight for real and seeing the city off in the distance. Looks freaking awesome. You proposed to your wife on the hill to the left of the Golden Gate Bridge. That is awesome, dude. That is awesome. Actually, one of our me and Julia's first dates was at the Golden Gate Bridge. Remember that, Julia? Golden Gate Bridge. On what day was that? Day 3. That was was that on the 3rd day or the 2nd day of us dating?
Number 1 Delta Bravo, Seattle Center, Marcus Island, altimeter 2904.
Yeah, we started dating and then immediately went on a 1,200-mile road trip.
Harbor, correct?
Oh,
Perfect.
Isn't that awesome? 3 days later, 1,200-mile road trip. So here's what I'm like.
072 Sierra, contact Oakland Center 132.2.
32.2 Bonanza 9072 Sierra.
Francisco clearance, good evening. Citation 21 Alpha Tango, IFR to Centennial.
Station 2 and Alpha Tank, San Francisco clearance, clear to the Denver Centennial Airport. Trucking 2 departures, Sierra transition, then is filed. Columbia sit, except maintain 10.
Yeah, I think there's like old cannons. Yeah, there's like
Squawk 2232.
old whatever you want to call it. What do you call it? Base. Yeah, like an old base, whatever. See, I remember doing the flight when they released the U.S. World Update and sending a screen grab to a mate of mine. Yeah, fort. Fort is what I was looking for. Thank you. Not a base, a fort. Jesus. My brain's not working so good. That looks awesome. Yeah, I think they call it the Presidio, right? Like that's what they refer to it. Exactly. You guys are my thesaurus, my glossary. This area is very nice. Let's go buzz Russian River and pick up a case of Pliny. Yeah, I was actually skipping DVO, Brad. I don't know. I mean, we can. You want to know? You want to know why I decided to skip it? Because I didn't know how to pronounce it. It's like I'm not gonna until somebody says, like gives me a pronunciation key for that. I'm not gonna. I'm assuming it's Nos. Novato. No. Is that what it actually is? Novato? You've got to be kidding me. GNOSS. Oh, is the city name? Oh, okay. So it's Novato traffic. What is happening here? We're getting knocked around a little bit here. Oh man, this looks freaking gorgeous up here. Holy crap. I mean, it's one thing to hop in a jet and all of a sudden be we also like it's Novato.
720 Oakland Center.
Novato. Oh, Oakland Center, Bonanza 9072 here. Did I not check in with you?
I don't think you did, because I don't remember an altimeter, but I hear you now, and the center row is altimeter 3018, altitude.
3018, we are at 2,800 Bonanza 9072 Sierra.
Thank you.
Novato. Novato. It's got to be Novato, right? Dude, these hills look awesome. But what I was saying is, it's one thing to be in a jet, file IFR, you know, blast out of there, go someplace. But it's another to be in a single engine piston. I would imagine, because I haven't not done this yet, and actually go someplace far. I mean, going to San Luis Obispo feels like an adventure. It's a little bit different because we're in a we were in a 172 and going really slow. So like Santa Barbara feels far, but you know that it's still kind of SoCal-ish. But to actually go to a truly a different region in a single engine piston, freaking sweet. So how do you say the field? So is it Nos Field? Talk about sounding like an idiot. I don't know if this is even remotely close. Is it Nos Field, Nose Field? For the love of God, do you say is the G silent? I do not like silent letters, by the way. I do want to go to Vegas, this URL. Q and I are planning to go to the Grand Canyon, which will take us further past Vegas, which will be, oh my God, I'm so excited to do that. We just we meant to do it like freaking months ago, but it's just not panned out.
But as a 9072 Sierra, radar services are terminated. Squawk and maintain VFR. Frequency change approved, yeah.
All right, Squawk and VFR, frequency changed approved, Bonanza 9072 Sierra. There's got to be a better way to say that. I always get tongue-tied when I say Squawk and VFR, frequency change approved. And I don't want to be jivey and say squawking and talking VFR, because I think that kind of sounds douchey. Never been to Vegas. Oh, this URL, that's terrible. Bye. Bye works too. Yeah, I know. That's good. I like that. Just later. See ya later. No, is it hard G and Gnos? We might have to peel off here.
Gnos Field Airport. 50th anniversary dedication of Gnos Field.
Gnos. Got him. Cole, dude, you're a lifesaver. All right, we're change of plans. 23. My God. 23075. Why? Why? All right, we are now approved to land at Gnos Field. Gnos traffic, Bonanza 9072 Sierra, 6 miles to the northwest, inbound. Will be left downwind runway 31, touch and go, Gnos. Right from the air show PA. That sounds so wrong. It does. It looks wrong. It sounds and looks wrong, which is why I was just like, I'm gonna just totally butcher this. Yeah, it's hard to get a more official word than the air show PA announcer. We're also going to pretend that runway 31 is the correct runway. Okay, here's a bit of a NOS field. Yeah, I would say no. I would say no. There it is. I would say NOS as well. It looks like it's one of those stupid silent. Like I don't. Does anyone else feel the same way I do about silent letters? Like I want to just boycott silent letters. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Because why have it? If it's silent, why even have it in there? It makes absolutely no sense. Wow, caps. It makes no sense at all. Come on. Well, who's with me? Anyone? My family is Icelandic. Our letters look and sound funny. We might be left traffic here, or right traffic. Gnos traffic, Bonanza 9072 Sierra. We're going to be left downwind, right downwind, runway 31, touch and go, Gnos. And we're going to not even bother with pattern altitude. I once said Worcester when saying Worcester. That is a good design feature of some of these names, is the ability to pick out people that are not from there. This is kind of cool. Oh, this is close to. Are we gonna be allowed to go check out Sears Point? Let's try to find. We'll do touch and go, and then try to find Sears Point. I think we might. Yeah, I don't know. Gnos traffic, Bonanza 9072 Sierra, right downwind runway 31, all the way to final. Touch and go, Gnos. Okay. What part of Pacific Northwest are you from? Because I am also from there. Let's go. Portland. Okay, cool. Trim, 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 trim. Trim, trim. This is where it would be really helpful to be able to see the airport.
Hello. Hi.
Hi. Hey, Jay Miller, welcome aboard. Thank you. You're joining this dive bomb to the numbers. Hello.
Sync rate. Sync rate.
It's okay. For flight, we've got this. Oh, we're looking good. Oh, we're looking
Short
good.
final runway 31.
Dude, how about those trees on final? That's a little bit sketchy. Okay, we're down and veering sharply to the right. Okay. Yeah, the hazards of looking outside while you're swinging the gear is power on stall. The old Umpqua Valley, huh? Yeah. Growing up in the Seattle area, you definitely have some funny. Oh my God, this will only be funny to anyone that has lived in the Puget Sound area. I think it was the first time that you visited. I don't know. Remember when you mispronunciated?
Right, yeah.
Do you remember when you mispronunciated the city, the towns on the boat when we were on the boat?
Oh, that was the first time.
It was pretty deep, right?
It was when we were living up there.
Was it when we were living up there? It may have been. Yeah, it may have been.
Or it was like Chris's wedding somewhere before.
Yeah. So we, my parents had a boat, and we gave Julia the nautical charts, and told her, like, had her navigate or something, and she was like, "We are next to."
You have to actually.
Well, there was two. So it was. Oh yeah. So we're coming south, and she says we're next to Olala. Oh, right? You said Olala.
Well, probably.
And that one wasn't even the bad one. It's called. The name of the town is Olala, but she says Olala.
Because I was reading it.
Yeah, you're reading it. And then the other one, which was really funny. What's up, Luke?
No, it's only. You have to actually show them how it's spelled, and then they'll understand.
Okay.
Tell them how I said it, and then tell them how it's spelled. Show them how it's spelled.
Okay. Here's the town that was on the chart. So she's looking at that and says, "We're close to Steilacoom."
Okay, but tell them how it's actually pronounced.
Steilacoom, which doesn't, like, when you see it, it doesn't sound like that. Doesn't, you're like, okay, that sounds. Wait, what's so funny about that? It's clearly Steilacoom. But when you grow up in an area and you hear Steilacoom and you, like, just know that that's Steilacoom, when you hear somebody say Steilacoom, just, oh my God, we're dying laughing, and very aware at how silly it is, because it is a goofy looking thing. Yeah, it's all the Native American stuff. So it's pronounced Steilacoom, or, natively you say Steilacoom. And Julia just like, Steilacoom? Dude, here's Sears Point. That is so cool. Oh, that is awesome. This was one of the few racetracks that I never got. Yeah, and Puyallup is the other one. That one gets more people, probably because it's a bigger town. But yeah, Puyallup. But when you grow up there and you hear it more than you see it, which is the case, you know, usually when you grow up someplace, you're talking about these areas more than you're actually seeing them written. And then, you know, you see it, sometimes you can even see it written for the first time and you're just like, oh my God, what the hell? Yeah, Southern Illinois is probably a good one, yeah. Cairo. Dude, look at this complex. Holy frick, did I leave the flaps down that whole time? No wonder I was power on stalling. That's cool. That is really cool. Oh my God. What are you laughing at? So what? I didn't go through my departure checklist. Yeah, is the drag strip landable, you think? Sears Sears Point traffic, Bonanza 9072 Sierra. Left downwind drag strip, touch and go, Sears Point. I mean, yeah, it's a huge, I think it's it's definitely more than a quarter mile. I think it's a full half-mile one. Yeah, I think it might be a longer drag strip. Yeah, that's a really nice racetrack. Sears Point traffic, Bonanza 9072 Sierra, base to final, drag strip, touch and go, straight out departure, Sears Point. Okay, gear down, 3 green, flaps are full, trim, 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 trim. There's a little autocross. Shifter kart course.
Sync rate, sync rate.
Dilly, it's not quite the tracks that you have out in the UK, but it's pretty nice. Dude, look at that. That's so much space. Are you kidding me? Alright, so apparently it's a soft field. Oh yeah, look, dude, this is freaking piece of cake. We're down. Flaps coming up. Sorry, center line. Dude, look at how much space we have, dude. This is easily, this is a 3,000 footer, I bet. But if you go on to Google Maps and actually measure that, I bet that's 3,000 feet to the end. Julia? What is the matter with you? Also, bless you. Yeah, they're smaller, I guess. No, I'm saying it's not a quarter mile. No, I think it's a half mile. I think they have an actual half mile drag strip. Quarter mile's not enough. 22.7.
444 Foxtrot Golf, see ya. Later.
Later. All right, CBG. Thank you. Later. Later. Well, that was a fun little excursion. Petaluma traffic, Bonanza 9072 Sierra, 5 miles to the south, just off of the pattern for Sears Point. Straight in runway. We'll be overhead brake, runway 29, Petaluma. Later. Oh, there it is. Okay, 25, we're good there. We probably should switch tanks. Yeah, this is so cool flying around here. Oh my God. Julia, we gotta figure out a way to afford to fly up here. Let's haul ass. Let's see. Let's see if I can hit the numbers. Overhead brake, hit the numbers. Like literally the numbers. I want the wheels touching the 2 and or the 9. With a static view, I'm going to try not to cheat. Well, I guess it's really not even cheating. But I'm going to try to not look. Petaluma traffic, Bonanza 9072 Sierra, mile initial, right brake, runway 29. Touch and go, Petaluma. There's 172 knots, 175.
Short final runway 29.
Thank you. We got some super jank hangars down there. Petaluma traffic, Bonanza 9072 Sierra is in the brake. Runway 29, Petaluma. Alright. Pull the power back a little bit. We'll get the speed brakes coming out right on time. There we go. Speed brakes coming out. Trim, 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 trim. Trim, 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 trim. Okay, we'll get... The thing about an overhead is that it can, in theory, be done with fixed bank angles, attitude, speeds if done correctly. Holy crap. Yeah. And that, I mean, that would be awesome. I mean, frankly, so can like a regular pattern, I guess, to some extent, but I think you'd probably want to peek a little bit. Well, we're coming in hot, but I'm going to hit the numbers anyway. That was probably after the numbers anyway, and a little bit flat there. Didn't quite work. Dude, that's so awesome watching that gear swing. Yeah, that was a little bit of an owie. And usually this sim kind of masks those, but that one sounded ouch. This has got some meaty gear, dude. She can take it. Petaluma traffic, Bonanza 9072 Sierra, mile upwind, departing to the east. Last call, Petaluma. See ya. All right, are we clear? I don't think we've got any airspace to contend with to beautiful Nut Tree. You're not wrong, but be nice to my fake airplane. I'm trying, dude. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Brad. At least this one isn't the same livery where it's like even creepier. Landing it not nice. But yes, I agree. This is the spiritual simulated embodiment of your baby. So I will try to be a little bit more gentle. So my parents had a plane. They kept it in the East Bay area. I actually don't even remember what airport they had it at. Probably tell you, I forgot the name of it already. It is Buchanan. They had their plane at Buchanan. Yeah, you're right, Cole. And they would fly to Nut Tree all the time. So that is very high on my list of places that are at least accessible to me, within a that are somewhat reasonable, other than Nassau. But yeah, so they had their little. I think they had both there. Crap, did they have the Cessna there or the Beechcraft? No, they had the Skipper. Yeah, so they had the little Beechcraft Skipper at Buchanan, and would fly to Nut Tree. No, do I have that right? Seattle to Florida, Florida to Bay back to Seattle. Yeah, so it must have been the Beechcraft that they had there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have like a super strong desire to recreate flights that my parents did or anything, but it would be kind of cool to be able to go to Nut Tree. One of my most memorable early aviation experiences happened at a little private airfield just outside of Concord. And that was in a... Oh, frick. Now I completely forgot the name of the plane. It was something weird. Brad, you may know that story, that red tail dragger. It was like in the 30s. I have it somewhere saved. I just can't remember what the hell the name of it was. But I mean, I remember that like it was yesterday. It would be pretty cool to check out that. It's private, but I have their contact information. But yeah, I remember being up in that plane. Yeah, yes, thank you, the Fairchild 24. Yeah, like just unbelievable. I mean, I was lucky enough to, my dad was a private pilot. He was a Navy jet pilot, but he didn't fly all the time. It wasn't like, it was a weekly occurrence for us. They owned planes. They owned a 140 and then a Beechcraft Skipper, and would talk about it all the time. But I was 2 when they sold it, so I flew in the Skipper, but I was 2, so I don't remember it at all. But I was around the idea of general aviation. I think that's what was really the thing that made it easier once I kind of figured out that I could do it, that it was possible to do it, was knowing that that side of aviation existed. The ability to have a small little single engine plane that you can go to lunch somewhere. Like, I was very aware of the $100 hamburger. So my parents sold the Skipper when I was 2, and then my dad didn't fly until I guess for another 10 plus years, maybe. Arizona Aviator, what's happening? Yeah, so I think it was like a 10-year gap. He got recurrent, got checked out in a Cherokee out of Tacoma Narrows, and we flew that probably 24 times. And like, we would take various friends of mine up flying, and we'd go to Bremerton, we'd fly around. So there was this couple, I mean, maybe it was like a 2-year span where we flew like a little bit here and there. And I do remember a lot of those flights, but my dad was like reading off his logbook, and he's like, "Do you remember taking Brandon to, Payne Field?" I was like, "Dude, I don't remember that at all." And I was like 13. I don't have a single recollection of that at all. But when I was probably 10, I want to say I was 10, My dad's good friend that lived up in the Bay Area, his father-in-law, I'm gonna blank on the names of all this crap, is like a really famous local aviation guy. I think he's got a terminal named after him at San Jose. Frick. Brad, you'll probably know the name. Yeah, I can't remember. I could probably find it pretty easily if I was on the Google machine. If I jugeled it. Julia? If I jugel it.
Wait, what did you say the other night? Do you remember that? When you were trying to get Google to work, you called or something.
Destination ASOS is
I don't remember.
134.75.
No, not Nora Mineta. If you looked up Bay Area, Fairchild, Jenny, Terminal, I bet you could find it. Like I've got the emails and stuff communicating with the curator of that private airfield. But anyway, he was a good friend of my dad's, and they would fly together when they lived in the Bay Area. And they had a Curtiss Jenny that my dad had flown years ago that this guy's father-in-law crashed into a tree. Like I saw the picture of the plane like wedged into the tree, walked away from it, but it was like totally ruined, and they were in the middle of restoring it. But he had this absolutely gorgeous Fairchild 24. It was 30 something. I mean, it was in the 30s. It was an old ass plane. Wood construction, cloth exterior, brand new. I mean, it looked like it was brand new. The paint was just like I can remember it like it was yesterday. That red paint, center stick with a wood, like this lacquered wood handle, and I'm sitting in the right seat, and the door had glass window cutouts all the way down, so you could like look down at the wheel. And I just remember flying around that plane, and his name was Zach. Gave me the controls and had me flying around, and just was like unbelievable experience. That I just will never forget that experience. But to go back to that airport after becoming a pilot would be freaking crazy. Firelocks, thank you for following. Welcome. And Ring Police, cheers to you, sir. Happy Little Friday. You're at work. It's all good, man. All that matters is that you have stopped by, and I appreciate that. I think we've all probably had those experiences at some point. If we're into aviation, those like early, I don't want to call them formative, but maybe it is formative. That we have these experiences, and even if you don't get hooked right away, or you're hooked and do something else and then come back to it, there's always that I wonder how much that experience helped create the just ridiculous desire to do this. I'm sure it was a lot. Let's land runway 02. We'll just enter a right base. Nut Tree traffic, Bonanza 9072 Sierra, 10 miles to the west. Enter a left base, runway 2, touch and go, departing to the south. Nut Tree. I think mine stems from my love of traveling to different places around the world. Yeah, and that's a really good one.
Hey, bird. Whoa, buddy.
Whoop.
Whoop. Ring Police, thank you so much for 10 months. I appreciate that, man. Welcome. Happy Little Friday. Yeah, and that's kind of another aspect to it as well. I looked at it from the experience of flying, not necessarily the benefit of flying, But if you are like, I like traveling, I like regionally exploring, what are some ways that I can do that effectively? Like, well, what if I had my own airplane and I could fly to these places and get there much quicker? That's a different way to get there, a different, you know, it's stemming from a different passion, but you're still, you know, using the same tools to get there. Oh, this is cool. This is actually not what I thought it looked like. Never been on a holiday within the UK, but I've been to a few different countries, just mainly on airliners. Sweet. I enlisted into the Navy for air traffic controlling. Dude, ring police. That's freaking awesome, man. Congratulations. That's so cool. Fly Navy, man. I'm from a Navy family. Nut Tree Traffic, Bonanza 9072 Sierra, 5 mile left base, runway 2. Will be full stop taxi back, Nut Tree. I just kind of want to like stop, collect myself. Dude, yeah, that's awesome, man. Yeah, that's really cool, Ring. Yeah, you'll have to keep us updated and all that. Yeah, Dilly, dude, if you get into real world aviation, I know it's not as accessible in the UK, but there's still plenty of cool flying to be done there. Man, just like, God, you got so much stuff you can explore. Okay, I need to slow down. We're gonna pop the prop. There we go. Speed brakes down. Yeah, it's really expensive and not as accessible, but if you can find a way to make it happen. Nut Tree Traffic, Bonanza 72 Sierra, mile final, runway 2, full stop taxi back, Nut Tree.
1 mile final runway 02.
Yeah, dude. Pack up. Come to the States.
500.
Just like that guy from Love Actually. Just pack up your suitcase and let it happen. Yeah, Ring, that would be super cool, man. See, this URL knows what I'm talking about. Oh, hey, shortened runway. Santa Monica much? That sucks. That's some neighbors complaining. Oh no. Oh no. No, 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 no. Oh. Oh, it's broken. Okay, flaps coming up. Strobes are coming off. Oh, why is it like so frame nutty right now? My town just voted to extend. Dude, that's awesome. Yeah, that's really cool. Nut Tree Traffic, 72 Sierra with taxi back for departure runway 2 Nut Tree. Yeah, whatever is happening right now, the computer is not appreciating it. I obviously okay, yeah, Dilly, thank you. That'd be sweet, man. No, Dilly, by the way, I think it's super cool that you're in the community, because I am a total Anglophile. So, like, even if you just, like, I don't know, do you live in a house or a flat or whatever? If you live on a busy street, if you just took a picture of your street with all the cars parked on the street, I will nerd out, like, zooming in on all the cars on your street. That's one of my favorite things. I love that. Franco, thank you for following. Welcome. And Schwartzy 2323. What's up, dude? Happy Friday Eve. Jojo, been flying along with you, but I have to land so I can catch up all the laughs I've been storing up. Jojo, that's too nice of me, man. Thanks. Semi-detached house on a street of 30 houses. Okay. So like a housing estate, kind of? Yeah, I definitely... If you've got a busy street with a bunch of cars parked out there, hell yeah. Yeah, I want to go to the UK pretty bad. I've got it pretty bad. I enjoy, like, we watch so much British television and videos and stuff. There's an allotment at the end of the road, so it's a dead end technically. Got it. Well, this is a weird question. What car do you drive, Dilly? And if you don't want to say, you do not have to. I know that's not everybody will answer that question, but usually it's nice. Yeah, unfortunately, well, I guess fortunately and unfortunately in LA, I believe there's a song that kind of sums up the walking situation in LA.
Approaching runway 02. Entered runway 02. 4,700 feet remaining.
Those are the Talking Heads, right? Yeah, we don't have public transport. You could not walk in LA. You can kind of walk in our town. There is a way to not have a car in our town, but it's not that good. I live within 2-mile walk of the Thames. Oh, that's super cool. All right, we're gonna check our ForeFlight here. Nobody walks in LA. Walking in LA. Nobody walks in LA. Travis Approach, what the hell are you? 28.4. I have 4 train stations in my town. For Boston, we do transit.
We copy the risk.
We copy the risk. Nobody walks in LA. Walking in LA. Like, our region is so bad for walking that there is a song about it. Missing persons, that's right. Yeah. Okay, thank you. What did I say? Talking Heads? Yeah, that's not. How could I mess that one up? Travis is home of all sorts of interesting stuff. Yeah, it's like right next to it too, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's super cool. So this is I saw this, but I didn't really think too much about it. Is that an alert area? So that's kind of a weird. That's an interesting little situation we have here. you've got Travis Air Force Base delta'd up right here, and then you've got this alert area. So that's ground to 3,000 and then ground to 6,000. Huh. Yeah, that's pretty tight. I mean, we were okay on airspace, but yeah, that is like right inside of that alert area. Would you ever do a stream flying this side of the pond? Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. Good old VATSIM, yeah. B course for the KC-110, if I recall. Had a C5 fly over me. Jeez, that's crazy. I keep meaning to get over to Western Australia in the sim. Yeah, Brad, what I think would help, because I am obviously fixated on flying on PilotEdge, but if yeah, Brad, I think it would be fun if we did some like formation flying and just explored some other areas of the world, and maybe try to do it in a I don't know what would be a good way to do that. Like the formation side, we could at least have like some legitimate formation flying while we're exploring versus like having the ATC interaction. But yeah, I think they're... Hey, thank you to Jason for subscribing on YouTube. But yeah, that would be kind of cool to... yeah, PilotEdge is West Coast US. Yeah. Yeah. It's orange and flat. All right, so let's do... So we've got Travis, and we're going to go to Oakland. So we're going to add that to route. And we're going to be at little... We're going to do some liggy. We unionize in the Discord again? Other Discord? Mine or other ones? Probably other ones. Well, that's a nice little segue. If you guys are new to the stream, to me, that is my Discord link. So if you are watching this for the first time, my name is William. I go by Bill, and I'm a private pilot out of John Wayne, and I fly general aviation almost exclusively, and I try to replicate real-world flights and prep for real-world flying, but it's very much a real-world aviation and sim aviation kind of combo stream. So if you're interested in airplanes and flying and aviation in general, give the Discord a shot. Because I think you guys would like it. So we got Smokin' Yeti, we got Glistam, we got Net102, all joined the Discord today. Got over 1,500 members. That's crazy. Brad, we're at 50. I mean, it's not exactly 1,500 members is so crazy. Smokin' Yeti, thank you for following as well. Corn Farmer, thank you for following. Like, that's crazy. That Discord is that's a lot of... That's actually a lot of...
S, dude.
That's holy S. That's a lot of people, man. And thank you. I mean, it's really... I've been blown away at how great the community has been. And I don't know how much of that really is a function of, a reflection of my personality. I would like to think that is a lot, or it has a lot to do with it. but I mean, it's just I feel very, very lucky to have such a great community to be able to chat with all day, and that's really what we do. Is it's just turned into a group of friends talking about airplanes, essentially. I mean, it's definitely focused on aviation, but we go from, I mean, it's just anything. It's a group of friends just chatting with a shared passion for aviation. But with all that all that aside, if you are interested in aviation, it's really probably better. I mean, honestly, I think it's better than Google as a resource for aviation information, because not only do you have the ability to Google something, but so does everybody else, and you have some real world filters that those search results can be filtered through. Not everything. I know this might be a shock for a lot of you, and I hate to be the one to have to break this to you. I really do. It gives me no pleasure to break this to you. Not everything on the internet is true. So, we've got people of just like a wide variety of experiences. Shocking, Ring Police. Such a wide variety of of experiences, and I don't think we've been stumped yet. And by stumped, I mean where, look, we can't help you, go someplace else. I mean, the only thing that's probably the only thing that we probably haven't answered consistently is medical questions. It's always like, go talk to your AME. Like, it's like almost hands off. That's really the only thing I can think of that is just like, go talk to an expert. But almost everything else, you can get a pretty quick, good answer, from our collective Discord community. If things are untrue on the internet and you're on the internet, no, you're not in a paradox. This is not a paradox, this URL. I am untrue. I have a desire for Bill Forelli. Am I able to get my first class? Yeah. I don't ever want to say this explicitly because I don't want to put any unnecessary pressure on him. But Brad, earmuffs. Brad is an aviation genius, and he spends way too much time monitoring Discord channels. But honestly, we've got many CFIs, CFIIs, MEIs, real-world pilots, jet pilots, commercial pilots, ATPs, all kinds of stuff. I did say the G word, and Brad is way too humble to admit to that, but I put almost all of my confidence and knowledge about being a pilot. That's all thanks to Brad, who is my CFI. I have, and it's not even it's a very specific type of confidence too. It's not the confidence that I know everything and I am a great pilot and I can land and whatever and I can blah. It's not that kind of confidence. Extreme Rail Fan. Welcome, Extreme Rail Fan. I am so bad at reading usernames, but it's a I'm probably one of them wannabe pilots. I ask some dumb questions, dude. It's just, no, man, it is not. There are dumb questions. I will say there are dumb questions, but with aviation, it's really hard to find a dumb question because there's so much stuff, and we're all at different spots in our knowledge journey or whatever the fuck you want to call it. And it's a lot of complicated stuff. So using kind of the hive mind to get there is
Cessna Skyhawk 204. Oh, fuck.
to get there is important because not everybody knows everything. But my confidence as a pilot coming from Brad stems from the fact that Brad whatever, however many thousands of hours, it's got a comma in it. Brad's total time in planes has a comma in it. However many thousands of hours he has, he will be the first one to admit when he doesn't know something, or when I don't need to know that or whatever. So having the confidence to know what you need to know and be able to look things up and just kind of be fluid in your knowledge, and you don't have to know everything all the time, and there's certain stuff several hours in airplanes, but the way that Brad even still approaches flying is how I try to approach flying, from weather prep to pre-flight to the actual flying. I really try to model it off of Brad's mentality, and he's probably laughing when I say, weather prep and pre-flight and stuff. Nothing that I'm going to say out loud, but I'm just going to start talking in circles, but it does make a huge difference when when you have been taught by somebody who you respect as a pilot and does things in the right way, but in a realistic way, in the way to put it. But it's really all about instruction. Training. Nut tree traffic, Bonanza 9072 Sierra, departing runway 2, departing to the south. Nut tree. Lights. Camera action. I don't know why I took such a long tangent, but... It felt like we were onto something there, so... And I'm pretty sure there is some mismatch on what Microsoft says is the runway and what the FAA document says is the runway, because we definitely, according to the documentation, we were on runway. That was a really long commercial for joining the Discord. Did that convert anybody? Joe? Multiple Joes. Justin. We got Justin at least. That worked on Justin. Thank you, Justin. Nut tree traffic, Bonanza 9072 Sierra, turning left crosswind, runway 2, Nut tree. It's not like that Discord's running at a mile a minute every single day. There's definitely some times where it's pretty quiet, but God, it's really grown into just a daily thing that I just love. Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's fun that Julia is involved in it too. I love it when she pops into the Discord. It's always funny, like, how is Julia on, in this Discord? This is so funny. Nut tree traffic, 72 Sierra, left downwind, departing to the south, Nut tree. It's a lot of flat out there. Yeah, dude, I would not have, when my dad talks about this place, I would have not pictured this at all. I thought it was like more mountainy. Dilly, I cannot wait for the dumb questions to pick up. Yeah, no, that'll be good. Because the dumb questions, what somebody new would consider a dumb question, I like those because I can actually answer them. Maybe. I have a chance at getting the dumb ones. Nut tree traffic, Bonanza 9072 Sierra. 2 mile downwind, last call, nut tree. They do. They really do help us all because there's so much stuff, and a lot of it at some point you take for granted. So being like forced to think about it again does really help. It keeps more advanced people like Bill on Yellowstone's. More advanced than what? But yes. Ring police. It's a little scotch neat. Yeah, and Adoned is a young CFI, and you know it's you have to be always thinking about that stuff. Like it's really easy, no matter what you're doing, to take for granted the simplistic things. So anybody that can help keep that keep the simplistic things in mind is good. Or just remind us that, yeah, like somebody the other day, I think it was on Friday stream, like, hey, when do you put flaps in? Like it's such a when do you go full flaps on landing? That's such a great question, and we talked about it for God, I don't know how long, but like it's a really, really good, easy, complex question. Yeah, that's pretty much what we said, Brad. Is yeah, you put it in when you need it. Like, and that's something where, well, Dilly, not only does it depend on plane, it depends on plane, airport, wind conditions, what kind of landing you're doing, what kind of weight. I mean, it's just like, yeah, that's why Brad says like, yes. When do you put in flaps? Yep. You put in full flaps when you need to put in full flaps. When it's time to put in full flaps is when you put in full flaps. Which, from a beginner standpoint, that is the most annoying effing answer ever. And you just like, what the hell? I landed in Yuma, 22 knots of direct crosswind the other day. Man, do I regret using full flaps. Yeah, and well, Brad and I don't know if you listened to the cockpit audio of the landing at John Wayne on Saturday, but we had 24 knot gusts of like left quartering tailwind into John Wayne, and I was telling Julia, like, okay, I'm going to put in 1 notch of flaps because it's really gusty, and we want to keep like a lower profile, and you're just feeling it out, to effectively change the drag coefficient in such a way that you reduce the vehicle speed. too many words. Yeah, so it's just like, when you're learning, and that's like there's a crossover point when you get to the comfort of your plane and what you're doing. But it's like, okay, on downwind, abeam the numbers, we're gonna put in the first notch. When you're turning base, you're gonna put in the second notch. When you're turning final, you put in the third notch. Like, that's great when you're learning, trying to get into a rhythm, but that's not like a practical way of doing it. I mean, I could count maybe on one hand how many times I've actually followed that, as a pilot. Like, it's just, I'm gonna get, this feels good. This feels good now. It's like, it's all feel, and you might do it that way, but you're not thinking of it as, oh, I'm turning base, I need my second notch of flaps. Like, you're doing it instinctively, and that's what what your CFI is trying to teach you, that you've got the sequence, but the sequence really eventually needs to be what you need, not what it has to be, because there are going to be times when you don't put in full flaps, and you need to feel what that feels like. What's up, Max? How's it going? Yeah, some have 2, some have 1, some have none, some have incremental. It completely depends on what type of plane it is. So that question is like, that's why Brad was like, yes. The question is yes. We're gonna skip Travis, and we're gonna go to NorCal here.
Looks back Taylor, 171190.
Big stripe, 101 Oakland Center, should be, stand by 1 second. The Bishop altimeter 3013, actually, let me get you Mammoth. Big stripe 101 Mammoth altimeter 3022. Cross Wally at or above 17,000 and cleared RNAV.
All right, URL, have a great night, man. Thank you for joining us tonight. It was a pleasure. NorCal approach, good evening, Bonanza 9072 Sierra 3800, just over the Carquinez Bridge. We like flight following to Oakland.
Bonanza 72 Sierra, Oakland, NorCal approach, squawk 2657, I
2657. Probably going to pick me up before I flash them.
Bonanza 9072 Sierra, radar contact 2 miles north Oakland Airport, Oakland altimeter 3021, information Bravo, car, maintain VFR.
I'll pick up Bravo, Bonanza
Destination
9072 Sierra, maintain VFR.
133.775.
3375. Okay, we have Bravo. So we're gonna do some digital ATIS. We have Oakland Metar.
Flying 9 Off, clear check Giros, cross Giros, center above 1.
Metar, Oakland. How about that? There we go. 10 knots. Okay. It's a little spicy.
Direct Giros, cross Giros at 12,000, clear ILS, runway 12 November 90.
Feedback correct.
5,000, 4,000, 3,000. Okay, so we're fine. We're getting close to where little Bill was born.
And to the left to 00 November 90 number. Roger.
Yeah, like I'm gonna stay here. What is going on back here? She's going for it. Oh god. Okay, so there's a 3,000 foot shelf, so we'll get below 3. Brad was probably looking at my engine instruments going, what the hell is this guy doing? A portal to Fitness World. Can you hear that? Like, is that?
Sorry. Don't laugh at me.
Bonanza 18 Hotel, turn left heading 020.
What the fuck is happening?
I'm sorry, but I have to do
Left
fast
020
feet.
and Saint, and maintain 2000.
Do you have to do loud feet too?
Yeah. Sorry. It's
Is-
only 30 seconds. And you're fucking me up. Only on one board.
Max, please sub to Julia.
What?
I was flying with my dad the other day and demonstrated just how damn fast Bonanza is. Go fast mode always applies. Yeah, that's so awesome, Brad. When was the last time you flew with him? I think it's been a while, hasn't it? But yeah, Max, Julia is, her stream is going to be tomorrow. It's going to be a big time Friday night adult beverage streamer. It's going to be a streamer stream. She's getting into it, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah. Just a bridge. I mean, she's listening to something right now, so she probably can't. What the hell is happening? She probably cannot hear what I'm saying, but she is actually really, really good, and I am. Dude, this is like loading in like crazy.
November 9
like,
November, please confirm
her stream last night, I told her afterward, I was like, that was fucking amazing.
It's
Like,
at or above.
you know, she's naturally pretty shy and reserved, but on the stream, it's just like, who are you? Yeah, Dash 7. That's a cool plane. That is a cool plane.
We're 9072 Sierra, contact Oakland Tower 118.3.
18-3 Bonanza 9072 Sierra. Oakland Tower, hello, Bonanza 9072 Sierra. Information Bravo, full stop.
Cherokee 1895 Hotel, turn left heading 320.
Left 320, Cherokee 1895 Hotel.
Number 9072 Sierra, Oakland Tower, enter right down, runway 28 right, report midfield.
Right downwind for 28 right, we'll call you midfield, Bonanza 9072 Sierra.
Stripe, Big Stripe, I keep calling you Red Stripe, different company. Big Stripe 101, no traffic observed between you and Mammoth, report try for cancellation in the air on this frequency or on the ground on with a
Oh, cool. Yeah, thanks, Max. That was really fun. I mean, I could feel her like just being overly stressed, but she really did a good job and tried really hard, and yeah, I mean, she just doesn't keep up with it as much as I do, obviously, or you know, as much as I did as I was learning. So it's probably not sticking as much as it could, but even still. Oakland Tower, Bonanza 9072 Sierra midfield, right downwind 28 right.
Bonanza 9072 Sierra, runway 28 right, clear to land, wind 27010.
I think I am.
Hi, clear to land 28 right, Bonanza 9072 Sierra.
Upgraded my PC better.
MJ, what is up, man? Okay, we'll get the speed brakes coming out. Yeah, well, and I think she likes it as well, but it's just a repetition thing. Like, you know, if you don't do it all the time, it's really hard to get a feel for it. And I do have her doing the groundwork at John Wayne, so she's like getting more and more comfortable with that. I think she could call up ground right now without me saying anything and do a pretty good job. Yeah, just like it's just like any other language for sure. But yeah, it's a use it or lose it type of thing. but a lot of it is just the willingness to try
500.
and knowing that, you know, there's nothing you can do to screw it up. And that's something that if you're, you know, bringing somebody along and you're telling them to, you know, hey, call up, you know, you want to do the radios, even if it's just like a buddy and, you know, that's flying with you. It's important to know that there's not much that they can say or do that's going to like get anybody in trouble, you know. It's no different than a new student hitting the radios for the first time. Like, you just kind of, you know, okay, what do I say now? And then just repeating it, and, you know. But yeah, she's pretty, Brad. I mean, look, I obviously haven't flown into a lot of these airports, but when you're the biggest difference between this and X-Plane is the short final part. The airport could be a mess, like scenery wise, but whoa, crap. But when you're like short final, that's photo geometry. That's dead on. Oakland Tower, Bonanza 9072 Sierra. We're off at Gulf and we are headed to Signature.
Then 72 Sierra, taxi to parking via Charlie Delta if you need it, and monitor ground. We'll see you.
All right, Charlie Delta Juliet, monitor ground, Bonanza 9072 Sierra. See ya.
Cherokee 8295 Hotel, contact Fresno Tower 118.2.
Yeah, I want a PC-12 so bad. Oh my god, I would live in that plane.
Cherokee 8295 Hotel, level 2000. Cherokee 8295 Hotel, Fresno Tower, runway 10 right, cleared low approach.
Yeah, that's not going to be a popular comment,
Cleared low approach.
Max.
Right, and we'll
That's a no from me, though. Oh my god. Yeah, dude, what the hell's up with those PC-12 models, man? Give me the plane. That was an absolutely amazing flight. Oh my god. Brad, thank you so much for letting me know that ahead of time. That is so freaking awesome, and we made it. At 5 a.m. Jesus, Dilly. I hope it was worth it, sir. Yeah, dude, I think it's going to be freaking awesome. I think it's going to be really awesome. I know, I hope I get to as well. It's so expensive, man, to get to fly up there. It's really, I texted you know who to see if she wanted to come up to Oregon, but oh yeah. No, that's a good plan. And hello, I don't know if this is accurate, but hello Jordan and hello Kevin. Big Kev, are you telling me that you're watching right now as I just flew into Oakland? Kev, that's crazy, dude. Yeah, what an awesome flight around. God, that's so cool. Yeah, thank you, Brad, for telling me that. That is super fun flight. But yeah, it's Jojo. It's so expensive, man, to fly that far, and it's either you're either in a cheap plane going slow so it takes longer to get there, or you're in a fast plane which has a higher hourly rate and you're getting there quicker. So either way, you're gonna pay to get up there. But hopefully I have the ability to go up there sometime soon. It's a ways to go. Julia's new boss lives just like really close to this airport. So we've been talking about like trying to figure out a way to get up there. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, Brad's going up there for a work kind of thing. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, Brad, maybe we pencil in something, because I would love to go up there and fly around, and if we I know, I mean, it's like schedule. It's so much easier said than done, obviously, but it's a long flight to get up there, even in an A36 doing 170 knots all the way up there. It takes a while, but it really would be like a crazy. Well, there's a practical way, because remember I flew up yeah, that wasn't that long ago, right? That was a couple years ago. 2 hours door to door up to San Jose. There is, and if you have only flown in 172s or Archers or whatever, and think that, hey, I just like flying, I just like being up in the air, it doesn't matter. There is a difference flying 170 knots for 2 hours versus 112 knots for 2 hours. It is, and it's hard to describe. Juliet, what are you?
Can't help it.
If anyone's wondering, no one's giving birth behind me. It's just Julia doing, what are those called? Deadlifts?
Yeah.
Or whatever, yeah. Three, two, one. Oh yeah.